remaining. Reserve time. Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Clockwork!
Dire team pick.
Shadow Shaman!
Dire team pick. Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Visage.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Secret's turn to ban.
Move!
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Earth Shaker.
Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Bat Rider!
Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Secret's turn to pick. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Anti-mage.
Thank you very much, Dakota, and indeed myself and Fog getting ready for this first series here at the DreamHack Atlanta LAN, and we're expecting a lot of excitement, and we're going to get it looking at these drafts, Fog. We've got some crazy stuff coming out, as well as some classics. You know, Resolution AM coming in as a final pick. The panel all went against Odd, but you looked at me, you looked at that AM, and you said Odd's got a chance.
Yeah, I've seen this Resolution Anti-Mage in previous tournaments, especially as a last pick. You know, it makes a big difference. When you see the Anti-Mage like 3rd, 4th grab, you're like, okay, you know, you can have things to kind of deal with it, but it's grabbed up as a last pick versus not only Abaddon. Well, they thought probably versus Abaddon in the laning phase, but it up. But there's only one disable, one hard lockdown on Secret, and that is the Earthshaker lockdown.
Yeah.
Sure, they have familiar stuns and Clockwork Hook, which can help a bit, but the reliable one is the
Well,
Earthshaker.
I guess that is the thing, that familiar stuns can be really
Yes.
good. If you resummon, it's a 9-second lockdown. You have 9 seconds of stun with the 6 drop.
Oh, well, yeah, if you get your Aghanims, yeah.
Yes, if you get the Ags.
and
So
if
we're
you time
talking
it-
late game. But yeah, you're right. He's got to get to there, and there's going to be this point mid-game where Resolution, he could be a right little bugger for the side of Secret.
At the same time, though, I did like the point that the panel made. Like, they were saying how Secret's draft Cap said they can punish the anti-mage a lot. That is true. They can actually get to that lane. They can be able to. They can pressure towers easier because it's the Terrorblade who's going to be pushing them. So he has an earlier timing window. Then you look at Planet Odds. It's Shadow Shaman is their actual tower sieger in this game. Wind Ranger at one point can, but you know you need like Shadow Shaman 6 in order to start sieging those towers down.
And these lanes as well. Let's talk about the mid lane, for example. We've got MidOne, 10k,
With
playing the
.ti
Terrorblade.
MidOne.ti1 Dendi.
Look at that. He's a bit of an ode to Dendi. We saw his tweets. He's a huge fan, and he'll be looking to do Dendi proud in the mid lane. He's already going to have a bit of help here with YapzOr coming in with the wraparound. Has got the win run. So will be able to get himself away. But in this matchup in the middle, I guess MidOne needs YapzOr here, because at the same time, once Weeha gets a few levels, Power Shot's going to be pretty annoying for the Terrorblade, isn't it?
Yeah.
So pretty good new.
It's a high nuke, and Terrorblade is one of the lowest starting strength heroes in the game, and one of the lowest strength gaining heroes in the game, too. So yeah, I think this is exactly what YapzOr needs to do.
Yeah.
The first meta helps a lot, of course, Terrorblade, but yeah, you don't want to just be starting 1v1 in that matchup.
Look at this, something we don't see every day. Supports going head-to-head, being the Doom and a Visage coming in to try and trade a few hits, but Puppey putting him off there with the slow.
I thought we'd get the role changes, dude.
Did we?
Didn't
No,
get 'em?
Planet Odd have stuck to their roles.
Yeah.
Probably I would say the biggest sort of surprise is MidOne taking the Terrorblade mid, rather than MP himself playing it in the safe lane. And of course,
Misery's
talking about
solo.
that safe lane, Misery just getting himself away. MP may find him. He's got the Aphotic Shield on him. He's going to come hunting down low. Misery does have a TP. Looking to get as deep as he can. Gonna hold his position for the moment. Best to regen back up. Has just got the level 1, so no Scorched Earth yet for him. Opting to stick around and not TP straight out. Now, in fact, he's going to go for a bit of harassment here. Gets the tornado out. A lot of pulls here on Misery. MP's going to come hunting for him. I think MP realizes the Misery is still going to be rather low. We'll look to chase him down. Top lane. Be a quick TP out there from KheZu, who was gone upon. Misery, the looks of it, is going to be able to get himself back to safety. So nice bit of harassment, keeping MP on his toes, and gets himself out of there.
I can just picture Misery's face when he does that. He's like, I'm just gonna tornado this guy. Like, whatever, really.
For the lanes at the moment, obviously that start that MidOne was granted by the presence of YapzOr, keeping him ahead 14 for 4 against the 6 for 0 of Weeha.
Yep.
Yeah, that dual lane and, as you said, the potential that the Metamorphosis has, really giving him that start.
They're definitely like trying something out, though, it seems, for Secret. Of course, it's a weird looking kind of draft, like the panel's talking about. There's like three kind of offlaners that you could see happening. They end up switching their lanes a lot. And we click on Terrorblade right away, and we see he has a Mask of Madness queued up.
Oh my goodness, Mask of Madness Terrorblade.
I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to do it right away, but looks like he's committed for it.
I like it. I mean, what's
Trying
the
it.
Metamorphosis having that extra attack speed? You've got to run.
Yeah, I mean, good work. It's pretty, it seems kind of cool.
And obviously one of those items as well, this is going to be great for farming. You know, hit the jungle.
You're already absurdly high armor hero. You're not really dealing versus incredible physical damage coming out from Planet Odd. It's literally just anti-mage going to be right-clicking you later on and Wind Ranger at one point, but mostly it's magical damage nuke coming up. So I guess in his mind, he's like, it's just -5 armor. I already have like 12 or 14 when I'm going to have it.
Putting some pressure on the mid lane as well. MidOne. Bottom again, Moon trying to interrupt with the pull. What he can out of this. Puppey. Start trading harassment back with the Grave Chill, slowing him down. Fine. It's the Ring of Regen as well. Misery came over in towards the mid lane. And Vision's out. Forces back. I mean, this is one thing certainly. We saw him drop a tornado down bottom, but it feels like in these first 4 minutes, it's been quite hard for Misery to do too much across the map against Secret's lineup.
It makes sense like that though, right? Because you look at even their heroes, and he's like, what can the Doom rotate for?
Yeah.
It's like he has to rotate for like the Bat Rider, because if it was, he could have rotated for Wind Ranger, let's say, if the Wind Ranger is in a 1v1 matchup and he's able to harass at the start. But the fact that YapzOr started there, it put Weeha at a bit of a disadvantage, so he can't make those easier rotations. Because it's also the matchup of the 4. Doom versus Clockwork. Doom early on can't stand toe-to-toe with the clock.
No, absolutely not. You just got to be careful about being caught out by YapzOr. And we're talking about the two of them, YapzOr.
Prowl.
potentially block Misery off from Tree, but yep, no eyes on him at the moment. They've got a ward on the river, not a ward in their own jungle, so they're not aware of Misery's presence.
Saksa has been trying to interfere with KheZu's chain pulling up there, but now the rotation from YapzOr. Oh, Saksa.
Yeah, they're looking to punish him now for that play, for that movement. And with KheZu and YapzOr surrounding Saksa, it's going to be your first blood going to Secret. YapzOr quick with the TPs, knows where he needs to be. And indeed helps out the Shaker KheZu in a situation where he was starting to struggle levels because of, you know, Shadow Shaman just playing as bully as he has been.
Yeah, great TP though. YapzOr just noticing that. Yeah, KheZu probably called it bottom lane. We have a dive coming out actually onto MP. He's got a lot of stickies.
He's got one more shield, but it's not going to be enough. They surround him, take him down, and the two of them, Moon and Misery, securing the kill on Secret safe lane. Without
Infernal Blade as well, or without Flame Break. So they actually just chased him down. It must have been like a very early start, and they just were able to walk him all the way back to the tower. There's Firefly. Again, Saksa might be in some trouble.
Made the same mistake. YapzOr and KheZu there, ready and waiting for him. And second death for the Shaman, and YapzOr 2 kills on the board for the Clockwork.
Very nice movements. Securing KheZu some levels, and getting those early kills on Clockwork is very important to get that early earn up that I love. I know that YapzOr loves to get as fast as possible. And now mid again, now Weehaw.
YapzOr just walks in.
Battery Salt is still on cooldown though, but Weehaw, he's walking
They
toward the
can body
shrine.
block him for a couple of seconds. They may have a chance here. Indeed, he is going to get the point to pop the shrine, but it's not enough. The damage coming out from the two of them is too much, and YapzOr now on a killing spree. 6 minutes in, I feel like I've seen the story before, Fogged.
Me too. It ain't a Rubik, but Clockwork with a 6-minute earn. That's going to be pretty good for them to hit him to move around and kill pretty much everybody except for the anti-mage. That's the one thing. Killing the anti-mage is still the big issue.
I mean, yeah, looking at the CS at the moment, as we can see, 38 on Rezo, so pretty much uncontested farm on that safe lane. But the same thing certainly could be said for the two cores of Secret, both MidOne and MP. In a very good position. MidOne, this mid lane setup has absolutely worked out for the Terrorblade.
Bottom lane, they force the shield from MP, and Misery walks in, and Saksa able to get it in range to get the shackle. Looks like he is.
There's going to be a TP rotation coming in from Yap, but it's not going to be soon enough. It may be soon enough to get a kill in return. We'll see if Moon can get himself out. Fireflies his way over the cogs, and looks like it will be enough. So Odd, again, getting away with this kill on the safe lane of Baden and getting everyone out back to safety.
Rotation from Saksa. Good patience from Planet Odd as well. They started stacking the stickies, and Saksa and Misery were just like, all right, wait for him to throw the shield out. As soon as he threw the shield, they instantly ran in on him. So it's just like perfect timing and perfect coordination of the gang.
Weehaw getting a bit more space in the mid lane. We saw him really suffer at the start with the presence of both YapzOr and MidOne there, but now he's 38 CS. He's playing the recovery game in this mid lane, and it's really working out. With the movements from YapzOr obviously going top, trying to help out bottom as well, mid lane's kind of been left to catch up.
All right, Mask of Madness acquired on Terrorblade. Let's see the flash farming happen. Let's see how well it works out. They're giving the mid lane to the Visage and trying to maximize as best as possible. I'm curious to see how well it actually does work, because it is like one of the best farming items in the game. Could be pretty good.
Is there anywhere that... Oh yeah, we'll see another go again onto Weehaw. The body block's coming out already from MidOne. The win run, too strong. Weehaw's got the speed. Heads up to the high ground and he'll be fine. Tricky to catch, and as you mentioned earlier, not only really the anti-mage that's going to be hard for them to lock down, this Wind Ranger as well. As you say, with lack of stuns, Odd can certainly play their way around Secret's heroes.
I still have to, you know, the thing is that like the point that Slack's made, I really hate to give Slacks any credit, but it is a Wind Ranger. That hero, once you start, if you get online, that's the thing, if you get your Aghanims, if you get your second and third item afterwards, your damage is actually absurd, but you have to get to that point. It just takes so long, but they are playing with an anti-mage, so it could definitely happen. And they have good ways to catch and split push the map. So Batrider can split push waves while Shadow Shaman pushes another side of the map, and they can just split the map up a lot on Planet Odd. While Secret is looking more of a straightforward kind of like group up. They have Sustain with the Batten and the Terrorblade pushing towers sitting, with the Batten sitting behind, so see which approach would be more favorable.
No, because as you said, it is interesting that they have opted to not put too much effort on trying to slow down resolution. Even the Mask of Man is just looking to farm at their own map as efficiently as possible. That's good, he's golden.
KheZu just trying to continue denying farm from Rezo. He's just chain pulling the top wave.
Bottom lane again, looking for MP this time. He has got the ultimate. He'll turn around, trade a few hits with Misery. But Odd themselves really putting pressure onto their Baden. And as we can see, the difference between him and AM really starting to come out in net worth. 1,500 in between them. And once Rezo has that Battle Fury, which he's on par to get a good timing on, it's going to be very hard for MP to keep up with this farm game, if at all. He is going to fall massively behind a free farming anti-mage.
Yeah, maybe that's the mentality behind the Mask of Madness as well on the Terrorblade. He's like, all right, we're running with a safe lane of Baden, so I have to be this super core. I have to be the super farm guy. Match up with these anti-mage. And I like MidOne's approach in this game too. What they're doing is, you know, they're full maximizing. Moon's jungling, and then it's Misery and Saksa parked in the bottom lane. They're just like, we're not even gonna pay attention to Weeha or Rezo right now in this game because their timing windows are much later. They need a lot of items to chill to do stuff, so we'll just try to pressure their enemy safe lane.
Now we're going to see down bottom a bit of a go being made. YapzOr trying to close the gap, but Saksa with a good hex holds back the clockwork, makes sure he can't get in range. Even if he can, Misery, of course, very tanky at the moment. This Doom walking around with 1,000 HP and a good amount of regen thanks to the aura that he's got from the Satire Tormentor and also from that Scorched Earth. 2 points in at the moment. Mid lane, Weeha putting some pressure on, doing a good job of getting this tier 1 down very low. And in this mid lane where you had a kind of a Terrorblade versus the Weeha Windranger, it's a little surprising that we're seeing the Windranger actually get more done in terms of pushing.
That's what'll happen though when you do leave the lane, right?
Yeah.
You go to lane, you're jungling, you're giving it to a Visage. Visage can't really stand toe-to-toe versus those nukes when he's so low level. And the wave just gets constantly forced in. And Weeha's been doing a great job of just using that focus fire on the tower. 140 HP, it's gonna get into deny range. Second catapult wave coming around.
I mean, MidOne has to be careful. He keeps coming forward on very low life with this Mask of Madness. Oh, hookshot's actually going to miss there from YapzOr. Very uncharacteristic misplay from him, but it looks like they may still get the kill as he comes in with the cogs, has the trap. KheZu's there as well, throwing in the fish out. It does take 4 of them, but they do get the kill.
Dominating for YapzOr. Gets his first earned charges. Hook misses the hook, but good Visage stuns coming out from Puppey himself.
Oh, in fact, Moon needs to make a play here with the lasso. Drags KheZu up to the cliff there. He's not got backup in terms of looking for a kill, and KheZu's quick with the TP, so the cliffing won't be effective for too long at all. Moon is being looked upon by Puppey. Resolution's also in the neighborhood though. Puppey do anything here. Has got the familiars out, of course. Looks for the deny. Isn't going to get it. Rezo gets the tower. In fact, Moon jumps forward aggressively with the blink dagger, but Puppey just turns with the Grave Chill and the familiars. Moon, he's overstepped the mark. Surely the stick charges come out, and Moon looks to just survive, but no, YapzOr's there with the earn charge, with the rocket, and will secure the kill. Bottom lane, Saksa came in, dropped the wards. Came a little too close though. MP was able to find the kill. Misery diving the tower, seeing if he could hold him back on the retreat. It's not going to be the case, but at the least, Odd do have the wards in good position to have an attempt at taking this tier 1.
They're pressuring all 3 tier 1 towers already on Planet Odd. This is like a great start for them. They have Blink Dagger on Moon at like 10 minutes in since he was farming jungle. Like everybody's looking pretty good position right now for them. Bottom tower is going to drop to these Shadow Shaman wards. Mid tower, like we mentioned, was 140 HP. Rezo was pushing top. He's already dead.
Yap tried for the deny there.
That's pretty substantial. This opens up a lot of the map to them and a lot of access points into Secret's jungle.
Yeah,
Because now even the mid tower, mid tower is dead. The whole Secret jungle is going to be exposed now to rotations.
I think Odd are going to be very happy with the way they've started this game. The mid lane, the tower will be denied by MidOne, but as you say, they've got this control across the map. Resolution, I believe, has pretty much got that Battle Fury, so a very, very quick timing on this AM, and that's on top of the treads as well. So it'll be a 30-minute treads Battle Fury. He's good to go. Yeah,
and they left him, you know, like we were talking about, they ditched him. They were like, we're going to the enemy safe lane after like the first 2 levels or so. He's almost level 12 on anti-mage as well, so he's in a very good spot right now. Planet Odd looking to do exactly what we were talking about. Invade the enemy jungle. When they take those 2 tier 1s,
they found
get the access points. And
bringing Rezo in as well to get himself involved in this kill attempt. There comes the lasso after the ult's been popped. Secret are trying to bring it back up. Nice fishing from KheZu. Keep him alive. So chop from YapzOr, catches down Saksa on the sidelines with easy kills. Weeha has come across, does have a double damage route. In fact, Saksa gets the hex out time on YapzOr. KheZu dropping the Echo Slam is not quite enough, and it's in fact the damage coming out from Planet Odd that's too much. Weeha just doing well with the double damage rune, gets the double kill, and Planet Odd take 4, only losing Saksa, and in Secret's jungle as well.
Ooh. The surge of gold that they have from killing those early tier 1s, everybody just has like a little bit more than what Secret maybe have expected, like a drum on the Doom, and like we mentioned, the Bat Rider having such an dagger, and then this DD on the Windranger coming in. But this is one of the things that happens. You lose your early tier 1s, and it gives the enemy team just that type of natural aggression that they can do. They're just like, okay, we're gonna smoke and run into the enemy jungle with like 4 heroes or 3 or 4 heroes, and then put some wards down, get some vision there. Exactly what they did, and they found a perfect target to go for. It looked a bit scrappy for a moment, but they ended up able to peel the fight and make it last longer for Weeha to get involved.
MidOne, meanwhile, off the back of that failed fight, does head up straight to the top lane, takes the tier 1. Gold in his pocket. Oh, very, very close to being on par with the AM. But it'll be interesting to see how this continues. Who can farm and get more out of the map fast? It's Terrorblade with this Mask of Madness, or the AM with the Battle Fury. And I've got to say, in a game that's going at this sort of pace, I You would expect the AM to get ahead, don't you?
Yeah, and also because the AM can actually kind of join fights because, like we mentioned, there's not really a crazy amount of lockdown aside from Secret. While Terrorblade is a hero that he needs his item timings, and he went for this heavy farming build, so he's gonna take a long time. He's a 900 HP hero. He's got Mask of Madness Yasha. If he runs into this heavy magic damage burst lineup on Odd, he is definitely in trouble. And he's got bots queued up, so they're not really looking to fight. It seems like they need that Blink Dagger for Shaker in order to really take those kind of engagements, but MP being shut down so heavily in that safe lane is really hurting him right now.
We are with the Maelstrom complete now as well.
He's got
very good timing.
Wow. Yeah, he's going to be hitting pretty hard.
And Maelstrom, of course, again, you're talking about Magic Burst, absolutely brilliant against the Terrorblade. If this Terrorblade gets shackled, a couple of procs from the Maelstrom and he's going to be gone, MidOne. Great. Valet on the Doom at the moment, has the drums complete. Now, it has got the Doom back up in 10 seconds. At the same time, though, YapzOr guarding Puppey from the tree line. Has hook shot. They get vision, they may look to go. KheZu now has got that dagger complete on the Shaker. Coming across with the Firefly, starting to play around a little bit. It's just himself and Misery. So be careful about how they go about this, especially with MP turning. So 4 Secret down here. The time, though, Planet Odd getting a little bit more out of the map.
Yeah, they're maximizing really well. Like this was a kind of like lull period where the lanes were kind of pushing out on them. They didn't have the greatest information on the map, so they literally like full resource. It was like Moon jungling right side, Resolution jungling left side, Saksa takes top lane, and Misery goes bottom while we house mid. It's literally all resources of the map being used. Coming out. Yep. Nice hook.
Yeah, absolutely bang on there as he closes the gap onto Misery. He's stuck in the cogs. Secrets surround him. Bring down the Doom. Again, though, as we're saying, in terms of efficiency, it takes a lot of Secret's resources.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Planet Odd, everywhere else across the map. Resolution, taking that what he can from Secret's own half of the map in terms of neutrals, pushing in the top lane. Level 14, nearly level 15 at 16 minutes. It's an incredible amount of XP that this guy's gaining. This is, you know, in terms of levels, he's in a brilliant place.
Yeah, he's been alone for the most part. He joined, of course, in that bottom engagement, got 3 assists, but other than that, there's been nobody around him. No one sapping his experience.
Go down bottom, Moon. With the lasso, instantly the ult comes out to purge it. You drop the Doom down to follow through, and they may just get the kill out of this with the two, especially with Weehawk coming in. They'll certainly get this one. So again, as we're seeing there, very, very nicely done. You know, the lasso, not really too much of an issue for the Abaddon, but the fact that he's then forced to ult leaves him very vulnerable for a Doom to follow up.
Yeah, this is scary for Secret. They don't really have heroes that can push waves out fast. Like, they really only have, like, not even like a, you know, he doesn't nuke the wave to push it out. He has to stay there for a moment. He's illusion for later.
Look at this, Weehawk's just going in for the solo action. At least tries for it.
Crazy.
Be forced away. He comes in from MidOne as well, just to make sure the Weehawk doesn't hang around. But as we're seeing, Secret very much having to just react to the movements and plays from Odd. Saksa drops the walls down bottom.
Maybe not in the best. Not really that.
Yeah, it looks a little. Tower. They're not all in range, are they?
Yeah, no, they're not. Only 2 or 3 of them were actually in range. Either way, he was trying to just push. You can see the approach that Planet Odd's trying to do. Forcing waves in constantly. Actually, bottom lane Misery gets caught out by YapzOr. Good hook shot again.
Yeah, Yap doing his best to make sure the team continues to find just whatever they can in terms of Planet Odd's heroes going out solo. And he is 7-1-1 at the moment on the clock. Very outstanding performance from YapzOr.
Yeah, he's finding a lot of great opportunities. Planet Odd, though, continuing to do the same kind of thing. Push lanes out as far as possible, wait for Secret to show on the map, go for those kind of pickups with the Doom and the Bat Rider. Keep making space for Anti-Mage. Looks like a pretty good recipe for a success.
'Tis mine.
Looking for the Lotus Sword pickup next. Just, obviously trying to make things a little harder for especially MidOne on the Terrorblade in these fights. May look to get that Sunder off. Lotus Sword's going to make it a little trickier for him to deal with Rezo. On the anti-mage, he's going to be pretty damn good. Interesting. So what's the build down MidOne's going for on this Terrorblade? He picked up a Perseverance, he has a Yasha, and now he's got a boosted trap, so casual Perseverance on this Terrorblade.
He wants the Lincolns later for Lasso, Doom, and Shackle, but there's a lot of things to break it. I mean, there's a lot of different single-targeted spells, but I think that's probably what he wants. I think moment. Bottom lane, actually, though.
Coming in with the lasso, the Familiars trying to save Puppey. Hex comes out quickly from Saksa to make sure that there's going to be no immediate backup from MP, and that's going to allow Odd to get themselves not only 1 kills, but by the looks of it, a potential second. MP has the ultimate, but there's the Shackle to follow it through afterwards. Puppey's trying to use the Familiars to hold them back, but it's not enough. Misery gets the double kill. And I got it, Planet Odd are playing really nicely around this Abaddon. We saw from Saksa holding back the Abaddon to make sure there's no save, until then following through and getting the kills. It's beautiful. Moon, though, will walk into Secret. The 3 of them surrounding him and tries to force himself out, but it won't get him back to safety. Secret get themselves a return kill. As if they can get anything more out of this. YapzOr still has the hookshot. KheZu comes in with the Echo, but it's only onto 1. Now the Doom's been dropped onto the Shaker, and Secret, they've got to run out of here. WeAre's got a double damage, chases down YapzOr on the clockwork, gets himself the kill. This Doom on KheZu keeping him right out of the fight. The power shot will connect, but it isn't going to be quite enough damage. But at the least, again, Planet Odd getting the favorable trades, and this is without resolution. He remains up top. They'll look for the Shackle. WeAre still has the double damage, but the latch won't be there.
Yep, they're forcing pressure on the opposite side of the map, and Rezo is just like, well, this game of my life. He's gonna absolutely free farm on Anti-Mage, and he is looking pretty damn scary. Already Manta Battle Fury minutes, level 19. He's keeping up with the minute mark.
I mean, that's level 19 at 20 minutes. That is absolutely insane on this Anti-Mage.
I'm really starting to be extremely worried for Secret and how they're going to be able to deal with that, because they have that farming build that you were talking about as well on Terrorblade. He does finish up the Lincoln.
Okay. He's got the Lincoln stuff. Okay.
His Anti-Mage is still very tough to kill. They're going to try to force the Roche with the sustain and with the Metamorphosis. Should be able to die with the Solar Clip quickly.
Let's see if they can do anything to stop this. They know it's going on. Power shot comes through from WeAre. But yeah, the speed, the Secret are taking this. It looks unlikely that Odd are going to be able to contest it. So Secret getting the play that they need there. Grab themselves the Aegis onto MidOne. See if they can start to look themselves at taking some more objectives on the side of the map. There's still a tier 1 down on the bottom lane for Planet Odd.
I think still Planet Odd. I think they still are going to stick by the same mentality that they've been playing. Just force those lanes out as much as possible. Anti-Mage split push as well, and make Secret split up. Don't let them do that group up contention with the Abaddon Terrorblade. I mean, they don't have meta right now too, so Planet Odd has a little bit of...
And there's going to be this point as well when Rezo comes back to the fights that we've already said how hard he is to kill, but it's going to be even harder with the fact that Misery's nearly got a Solar Crest to buff up the Anti-Mage. As we've seen, Moon still looking towards that Lotus Orb. There's just going to be so many ways that they can keep Rezo alive, and he can go absolutely ham in these fights.
Yeah, and I mean, once he gets Abyssal Blade, that's when he's looking to actually get involved in fights. And he's still just pure farming. Sending Mantas down the waves, pushing waves out. See WeHop park top, nuke the wave top, other 3 parked bottom. Hook shot from YapzOr, pretty alone right now though.
Yeah, indeed, making the connection, but instantly has to decide against going in for anything more. 3 members of Odd in the neighborhood. Not interested at all in sticking around there. And it really feels like 22 minutes in, this safe lane at Abaddon pick, it just hasn't really done anything for Secret.
No, definitely not.
And he's falling behind, as expected. In this sort of a farm game with, Terrorblades, Anti-Mages on the board. And MP only 6.3k net worth. And I really don't see how he catches back up at all.
It's all about just fights. That's the way he would be able to catch up, but that's not Planet Odd's game plan. They don't need to take team fights. They just need to stall out this Aegis, and then once the Anti-Mage is fully online, they're good to go. Fully stacked Anti-Mage with a Doom on your team. Doom versus, I mean, you could call it a single Tor Terrorblade. It seems pretty lovely to me.
It's a lot of weight on MidOne's shoulders. And I feel as well, a lot of it going to be down to Secret utilizing the stuns that they do have to the maximum potential. Puppey looking for the Aghanim's. Once he does have that online, and along with the Earthshaker, they have a lot of AoE stuns. They've got a lot of ways that they can hold back Planet Odd, make sure that Saksa can't come in with the clutch hexes. WeAre can't get the shackles out. But it's going to require some very tip-top gameplay from Secret. If they were a team to bring it, they certainly can. But definitely on the back foot so far this game. 23 minutes in, 6k gold lead for Planet Odd, and Resolution continuing to spiral massively out of control on the Anti-Mage.
Closely to that Abyssal. He's gonna have the Basher picked up. He can sell his poor man's shield, and yeah, he's almost got the Abyssal. He needs 1,000 something.
Flame, Secret moving as a unit. Look to take the tier 2, and looks like there'll be no reaction from Planet Odd. They themselves focused on finding the trade down bottom as they push on. One will find this tower. There's BKB now picked up for Weeha. So it's going to be very easy for him to really just head in, lock onto a target, and there really isn't a lot that the Secret can do to stop him. I mean, they have a hook shot, but that's pretty much about it in terms of disabling through the magic immunity. Top lane, though, Secret, they are powering forward. Odd are going to have to do something to stop this. They come up to the high ground, MidOne using the last of that Metamorphosis, along with the Mask of Madness, to bring down that tier 3 to half health.
Really trying to get the most out of the Aegis. That was actually like, he popped the meta right after they took down the tier 2, so he really wanted to just force reaction back. Now, Nod smoked up, looking to try to catch somebody on the retreat.
Let's see if they can get this. This could be very successful sneaky play for them. YapzOr drops down the Battery Assault, pops down the Cogs, looking for the Shackle, isn't going to connect. Rezo will jump forward, but the Battery Assault making it hard for Rezo to really lay in to this clockwork. Up top, Moon comes in with the lasso, will hold back KheZu. There'll be a successful TP out from MP, but no escape for the Shaker. It's Planet Odd with that smoke play, able to punish a little bit of Secret on their way out.
We got left on this Aegis. Now, yeah.
Blink on it. Yeah, very interesting build here from the Abaddon. I mean, this, of course, it's very nice on the Abaddon. A lot of cases where you are kind of guaranteed to blink out with the borrowed time, with the Aphotic Shield, when you're not taking any damage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really do much in terms of, I don't know, offering much to the fight in terms of aggressive potential. I guess the positioning's nice for the saves, as you can get a little further back.
Yep.
Because as we've seen, he needs to stay as far away as he can from Saksa.
I think you hit it right there on the head, though.
It's for the saves.
It's not only he can survive with it blinking out after his ulti or after like the shield he's not damaged, but it's Batrider gets a lasso off, you blink and remove it off your Parablade or whatever, like something along the lines. Remove one of those disables when you're without having to worry about your position.
Yes, it's definitely sort of scaling up to be a game where it's you're kind of putting all your eggs into one core, the Terrorblade or the Anti-Mage, but to give Odd a bit of an edge, the Wind Range is definitely going to have more potency than the Baden core.
Yeah.
In terms of aggressive potential, but I guess defensive-wise, as we're saying, there is that save that Secret have that Odd maybe lack a little bit. Top lane.
Gets hooked up. Does he have the Force Staff yet? He does not. He only has the drum, so he should drop pretty easily this.
Doesn't have the money quite there for the recipe, so YapzOr will find the kill. Resolution's going to be there to punish, though. Quick with the blink in, drops the mana void. YapzOr falling down low, but all that familiar play from Puppey comes in with the stuns, holds Rezo back. Fisher's a little too late, though. Won't quite be enough to set forward for any further lockdown, as Rezo will escape.
That could
nice save from Puppey.
That could have been scary, actually, there, if he got hit by the fissure.
I was going to say, look, he was low on mana as well.
The reflection illusion from Terrorblade actually burned all his mana down, so he wouldn't have blink mana. That could have actually been a long chase down, but they could have brought him down if he was Gout.
Butterfly next to the menu for Resolution, and understandably so. Pretty much no chance we're going to be seeing an MKB anytime soon on Secret.
Yeah, it looks like MidOne's actually queued up for it as next night.
Oh, he is going to... Oh, okay. I eat my own words.
It is going to be... do it. Yeah, he bites the demon.
I'm just not used to the Mask of Madness, Lincoln's KheZu Yasha, MKB terrible. I like it, though. He's certainly adapting to the situation.
He's trying to match the farm.
Yeah.
So it's... See if it works for him in that type of... I don't know if Rezo will continue for the Butterfly. He's probably going to... As soon as he sees MidOne, maybe he'll try to think of a different approach. But it's a pretty standard build anyway, so...
I mean, I guess the Butterfly's also kind of nice against those reflection illusion.
Yeah.
So you lose a little less mana.
Flutter's always nice too for later on.
Yeah, true. Just to see if he sticks to that. Patient. Big eye though for the Visage. Puppey, 27 minutes in, he's got the Aghanim's.
Weeha just turns. YapzOr he hooks him up. Forced up on Wee, but we just pop BK.
Saksa. TP out. There's no way to cancel it.
The Doom is the big X factor in this.
Okay.
Because...
Who are you looking to Doom in these fights,
You can Doom either Terrorblade or Abaddon.
Yeah. They're the two that
yeah. Abaddon can't shield anybody, or if he can't get his ult, like, can't get the ult properly off in a good manner, then it's going to mess up everything for their team fight.
Oh yeah, coming a little too far into enemy territory here as Moon helps him, drags him back even deeper. Try for the 4-staff down to the low ground. Does have the Blade Mail. That will keep Weeha off from focusing him down. Fisher comes out onto Misery. They look to try and get him here. Lotus Orb has been dropped down onto Misery, but a lot of physical damage coming out for the Familiars. The nuke as well, but it's bounced back. Misery will survive just for now. MidOne continues to try and chase him down, but the flame breaks there from Moon. Bounces MidOne away and will allow the safe escape there of the Doom. KheZu coming in with the Echo, looking to lock down Resolution, but Rezo forced up to the high ground. Oh, he's able to blink out Saksa with a beautiful play. That isn't enough to save him entirely. Another blink,
God, no
and
way.
Rezo only living there because Saksa got in with that 4-staff, and Saksa himself, he survives as well. Beautiful play from the Shaman. What a support play.
He like just got that picked up too. He like pops his drum. He's like, Rezo, I got you. Rezo would have for sure died, but damn, Saksa proving.
And he literally walked into the hands of, see, look at him. Look at this shaman. He just ignores the Terrorblade. He's like, whatever, I came in, I shoved you out to the side, buys him some time after the fish is done. Rezo
really
on the
sick.
escape.
Pretty scary how much the Visage birds can do now. He's got the Aghanims finished up with the Solar Crest. There's so much burst coming out from them.
A nice efficiency. Little cute plays as well from Rezo, making sure he had the strength treads out. As if he didn't, he would have been gone. Abyssal Blade jumped onto YapzOr, but he's out of mana, so not going to take too much damage initially. Oh, with the mana void though, that certainly will capitalize on the fact that he has no mana. YapzOr's taken down. Still there for resolution.
Good chunk of XP and gold for Rezo too. He's going to be level 25 soon. Level 25, and yeah, he did switch the item build up. So he saw the Terrorblade with Demon Edge, he's going to go for the Scotty build. Give him more mana to work with as well, and just overall just good stats. Mana is going to be pretty nice though, to have to deal with that mana burn coming.
Ain't Moon, Saksa, the Hun flying up.
Tower is under attack.
B indeed is complete. I mean, even though there's no butterfly in the game, the fact that there is a Solar Crest running
and
around.
talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anti-Mage 15 evasion. Yeah.
Right. So still, the MKB is. He's not going to feel too done by the fact that there's no butterfly in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's just a good item pickup anyway versus Anti-Mage. You'll assume he wants to go, but those Solar Crest, etc. So still a good pickup.
Next up on MidOne will be the Hurricane Pike by the looks of it. Bit of stats. 5 ability as well. As we've seen, actually, a lot of big 4-star plays coming out this game.
It really has been. That whole entire bottom sequence was just like YapzOr getting forced and ping-ponged around, and Planet Odd forcing Rezo around all over. So I was talking about the X factor of the Doom a bit, but you know, I wasn't really considering too much about the X factor of the Visage. This hero actually can do an incredibly high amount of damage and get to a point where you are pretty much a core. Yeah. You get that AC finished up, your damage is absurd. Rezo blinks in.
Get his way out of here. He will drop the Abyssal Blade onto YapzOr, make sure there's no follow-through lockdown. We'll get the blink away, Saksa being gone upon, and will be taken down. Moon actually very lucky there to get the blink out just in time, as he could have been caught out as well by Secret. Just fine. The Shaman, KheZu and Weeha taking a bit of pressure up on the top lane. One. The rest of Secret keeping strong in the middle. They may try and do something about this tier 2 as they head on forward. 30 seconds without a Shaman. They know they're a man down on Planet Odd, and Secret have the edge. Go in for that tier 2 tower. A lot of gold being built up once again on MidOne. He's got 2.8k in the bag. So keeping up very well. I mean, the fact that he's only 2k behind the anti-mage is not bad at all on this Terrorblade. Top lane.
Sort of catching misery.
Yeah, well, with the damage coming out with this Terrorblade, no escape for the Doom.
MidOne's gonna have to start replacing items pretty early. At least the Aquila. Yeah. I mean, that one's not that big of a deal, but still, it's gold loss. 940 lost from that. He's gonna be switching to that Hurricane Pike, it looks like. Mid lane, KheZu. Rezo just brings him down with no Abyssal. Not even the Abyssal, he actually got the first hit bash.
He's pretty much got the money as well for his Skadi.
Top Weeha getting soloed by Puppey, potentially?
Oh, we'll see here. The Shackle does hold him back. But yeah, indeed, he has to BK BTP. He's absolutely terrified from this Visage. And as you say, the damage that comes out from these familiars, to laugh about.
And the 50 damage talent, too. Yeah, it's just no joke, those right clicks that come out from... Now Planet Odd make their way into the Roche pit. Secondary Roche, so Cheese is up. That's going to be pretty massive for Rezo. He's level 25 as well. He takes agility talent.
There should be no contest here from the side of Secret. I believe Metamorphosis is still on cooldown, so likely that they can do anything about the fight around the pit. So Planet Odd pick it up. Resolution grabs the Aegis.
Up an Ice Ogre, so he's got that bonus armor from the Ice Armor to deal with the Solar Crest and full damage coming up. Late. Got a bottle. One maybe bought one? He has a bottle with the DD in it, but he's saving that one for the next fight.
I mean, that could be absolutely insane in the fights. Yeah, Metamorphosis and a DD Terrorblade. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or how much armor you have. If you get caught out by 1 or 2 stuns, he is going to have the damage to bring you.
Oh yeah, he's going to be, once he pops that DD in meta, he's going to be hitting close 600. You get, it's plus base damage, of course, of meta, so you get...
There we go.
Rezo.
There's the initial familiar stuns, and look at it go with the Fisher as well. Is it enough chain lockdown? They got the knockback from the Cog, but it's not quite enough. They will manage to get Anti-Mage out of there. YapzOr comes in with a nice hook shot, looking to block off Saksa. Saksa will be left behind by the rest of the team, so the Shaman to pay of his life. Catch anything else out of this. KheZu jumps forward, does, by the looks of it, no, not quite get the Fisher block. Misery still able to continue walking on back to his own half of the map. Back, Resolution comes back in with the Mana Void on KheZu, bringing both himself and the Abandon down low. The ult comes out. Moon on the backlines though, comes in with the lasso, grabs YapzOr, drags him at the high ground, and Resolution just mans up onto MP. MP and Mana taken down. Double kill for Resolution. He's not done yet. Looks towards YapzOr. YapzOr's got the play mail, but Resolution doesn't give a damn. Follows through, gets the triple kill with the Anti-Mage. And Planet Odd punishing Secret so damn hard, and they're not done yet. Resolution jumps forward for Puppey, but the familiar stone's coming out. Again, he's being held back, and oh, he's overstepped the mark. Does have the Aegis though. Be back for round 2. Misery won't though. MidOne brings him down. Resolution blinks away, not wanting to mess around with those familiars.
Dire's middle tower is under
As we've seen there, has to really respect the lockdown that they can offer. Go back in on this. He's got the Abyssal Blade and the Manta. He's going to try for it though, see if he can hit the bashes, and look at that, yes he can. MidOne out of mana. Resolution just absolutely manhandling him. He will get the Sunder out onto the illusion, but the bashes continue to go, but there's the backup. Fisher comes in, the familiar stuns as well. Resolution in a lot of trouble here. The Echo Slam being dropped. Is it enough chain lock? That is not, because Rezo jumps in forward. The backup's there. Saksa and Moon turning up for the fight, enabling Rezo. Again, the stuns. Rezo, he doesn't care though, drops the Abyssal down. Mana Void comes out. He's bursting MidOne. KheZu to fall as well. MP and Puppey trying to man up, but the load storm from Moon throwing down on Rezo, keeping him alive.
Oh my
he jumped forward. MP's got no ult. He's down as well. And Planet Odd going absolutely ham, and Resolution, no fear at all, just jumps in time after time, and the team making sure that he can do so safely. Oh, he's not even done yet. YapzOr in trouble. Rezo comes in, first hit bash. He's got the blade mail. He may even be able to bring down Moon in return. Rezo jumping back forward.
Nice play break.
YapzOr down to the low ground, and they're going to find the clock as well. More blood spilt for Rezo. 8-0-5 on this Anti-Mage.
Oh my god, that was like, how long was that? That was like 2 minutes of Rezo just chasing people and getting consecutive kills. Thank god he had that Aegis, now he's got the cheese. Oh, and pretty much a whole item being delivered after that entire situation that goes down, and now they're gonna be able to claim a racks off of it. Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. MKB out, 2K gone on top of it as well.
This last pick Anti-Mage, you know, we've seen it before. Moving to
Radiant's middle
What they can do about this, KheZu. At the Shadow Army on the blink, doesn't quite have the Echo's hand jumping from Moon, but Resolution as well. Oh, KheZu tried to jump in, but Resolution quick with the Abyssal Blade, quick with the Mana Void, blows up the Shaker. We are trying to man up with the BKB, still has to respect the physical coming out from MidOne, who will catch Moon in the sidelines. Moon trying to firefly his way back out of here, but it's not enough. The Master Man is chased down from the TB, brings down the bat, but still,
bottom barracks.
the melee racks fall on the bottom lane as Saksa gets the job done with his wards. Planet Odd have done the damage.
3 racks is down. That and that melee rack's bottom. Lose Moon, but it costs them a buyback from Visage. And everybody else on the side of Planet Odd escapes, and they keep the cheese as well. And Rezo finishes up that full MKB.
Out from Planet Odd.
Yeah. It's this last big Anti-Mage. I mean, everybody else is definitely doing their job and everything, but that's the big power. That's what they're playing around, highlighting.
So, a fear in the world as well. He's just coming across into enemy territory. Not really much you can do about Puppey.
He's like, that's not who I wanted.
He can't go on that one. There's birds hanging around.
He's looking for KheZu in those engagements. Any type of smoke that, because he can just easily.
Money on himself as well. Back in the team. Invest in any. Maybe himself, does he just need to get an MKB as well because of that?
I think he can go if he wants to be like that full damage thing. If not, he can go for the blink and be more of that like utility, because he's already got the wind run, which gives him the invisibility and all that too. So he'll be like super hard to kill. He actually goes for the force instead versus the clockwork. So kind of like same mechanism as the blink.
Yeah.
That's cool. Something else I also forgot to point out, this was like a while back, but you know, we were talking about the Powerblade MKB, and I just like completely overlooked Windrun. I was like, oh yeah, got Windrun to deal with too, duh. Not just the Anti-Mage. Yeah, I was like, I started thinking about it more, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I didn't mention that one.
Our first game of the day. We're warming.
New heroes. We haven't seen one in a while.
We're learning the items. Planet Odd with fantastic starts their appearance here. And that last tail off, as we can see on the network, very painful for Secret.
That was probably like, what, that dip right there is probably where, right after the second Aegis pretty much, and then there's a consecutive...
Yeah, where just resolute...
Bloodbath.
Go.
Yeah. That's, I mean, the second rush, we talked about it so much when the change got implemented with the cheese getting dropped on it. It actually makes such a big difference. I mean, that time, sure, you didn't have to get to use it, but just having, you all have that confidence to kind of like make those type of aggressive plays when you have that.
You can get away with it. They have smoked up, but fine resolution, not really the target they want to go on straight away, especially not too aware of the whereabouts of the rest of the side of what they're actually going to look back into him. They're going to look for the chain stun, but again, the 4 staffs definitely the counter to the way that Secret want to play here, and they just drag him out of range of the familiar drops, and Resolution's able to blink to safety.
And Weave claims the bottom racks.
He's nearly got an Octarine on this guy.
That was meta committed as well, and I'm sure Planet Odd noticed that because it was committed and walked up. So now, after like the next 20 or 30 seconds, we might see them actually go for aggressive play made by that top lane. But still, they probably feel like they're in a very good position. All the few past things that we've mentioned, you know, have anti-mage into this type of later game. Weehaw as well, scaling, and then a Doom, or they're probably feeling pretty good. But still, they can definitely force stuff once that meta's done.
Top Moon. It's down here by MidOne. Why got the damage. Moon. Duke's actually going to be successful with that one. Nice little double back there from Moon. And that'll get him out to safety. Oh, I say that. He has Blink back in range of it.
Oh, he's taunting him. He's playing with him.
Oh my goodness. He gets away with it, Moon.
A little scary there, Moon.
Sneaky, cheeky bad plays. Blade picks up on the way that they can look to try and catch out. Massive force. One Resolution jumping in onto YapzOr. Does have backup from MP and MidOne. Weeha's there with the shackle straight up, and in fact, the focus fire bringing the clock down low. But Weeha, he just has to get out of there as he begins to get manhandled by the damage that MidOne has. Fisher comes out, will catch out Saksa. As we're seeing, you've got to be careful how you poke and prod around this Terrorblade. As MidOne just offers so much damage.
He's built like almost all damage items in a way. He has a Vlad's on the Abaddon, and he has like Solar Crest. So if you walk in and you start getting focused, that ain't fun.
And I like this as well, the fact that on the Wind Ranger, Weeha has taken the Invis talent, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Which isn't normally the favourite to go for the power shot damage. Or is
we don't really get to see the
you're right, we don't see a lot.
I think most people do, yeah, but I think...
But this game definitely, it makes sense.
Like in my head, if you're a core, when you're especially like a core, if you're playing like you're a mid Wind Ranger, you have to be able to do like power shot. Later on, you're not going to be throwing power shots. I mean, you will, but it's not your main outsource of what Hero wants to be doing. So it makes sense to me that he goes Wind Ranger for that split push and catch.
And we're seeing it massively helps against the Terror. With that MKB. Can be very scary for Weeha. So in that last bit, definitely that Windrun invisibility life.
Yeah.
Got out with P.
Yeah, they have the gem on Puppey, but Puppey outranged tiny bit.
We are can ease.
Another big items, yeah, like you said, the Octarine for Batrider, finished up now fully, and he gets an Arcane Rune too, so pretty lovely for Moon.
And he's got the shield. Oh no, he's changed it. Set to himself. He himself needing something to make sure he can keep himself alive after jumping in range of Terrorblade. Very unlikely to see any sort of diffuse secrets line up this game.
Yeah, no way. Puppey's got AC finished up.
Oh, is he actually going to do? I love it. We've got a 10k Terrorblade queuing up a Divine Rapier Fog. Does he need it? I feel like he doesn't need it, but I'm not going to complain if he picks it up.
I feel like he might think that's his only like way to win the game.
Yeah, but he does the damage already. Does he really need a Rapier on top of it?
Be able to stand toe-to-toe in man fight with the anti-mage, man.
I mean, I guess that's the thing is, you're right, as we're seeing. When they do lock down the anti-mage, they only get him down to about half health, so maybe that is indeed the answer to this game for Secret. Just have an absolutely incredulous amount of damage output from this Terrorblade. Jump forward, Moon, looking for the initiation, will grab KheZu, drags him back into clutches of Weeha. KheZu will be dropped. Misery in trouble though. Look, MidOne just turns, faces towards Misery, forces him back. I believe Misery there was fed the cheese, keeps him alive. comes out onto MP, but he still had that ult ready to go. Saksa looking for the shackle. Jumps in, Puppey, drawn away from the Shaman. Weehar coming in again, gets a nice shackle onto 2 with the focus fire as well. Brings down MP. That's going to be MP down for a full minute. He does not have buyback, but MidOne turns, looks towards Saksa, brought the Shaman down. Misery a little too far away for the Terrorblade to really get his hands upon him. Solution jumps back in as MidOne, and the rest of Secret head back up to the high ground. 2 men down.
Oh, such a nice shackle by Wee. And also Moon finding the perfect target, getting the Earthshaker with his blab. And Lasso's back up already because he said he has Octarine. Here we go. Round 2.
Jumps in, grabs him, takes him right down and out of it all. YapzOr will be kept alive for a little bit by the familiar stunts from Puppey, holding back Moon. YapzOr hookshotting across, forcing Misery back with the cog flame. Now, with his own force, YapzOr keeps himself alive despite being lassoed out of the base by Moon. 20 seconds until MP's back. They do have KheZu back in the game, has Echo Slam up.
Yeah, Odd should back up. They probably know that Roche is spawning soon. It's actually already up, so. They take the 2 crazy risks.
There we go. Look at MidOne here with his chase down potential, looking for some action onto Misery. Misery pops the Shiva's guard. It's not enough to save him. MidOne picks up yet another kill. Jump forward. He's lassoed a familiar. That was not the plan there from Moon. He grabbed the Stone Bird and now in a bit of trouble himself. Still has the Firefly to get out. Weehar drops the shackle down. Again catching 2. Takes down Puppey.
Oh, whoa. He's meta again. Oh, okay, he bought a refresher and refreshed his spells before. Rezo, though, right now on the split push game.
He's looking to put the pressure, see if there's pushing them back. Shackle attempted by Saksa, but he immediately nopes out of there.
No, he stopped MidOne's TP back.
Oh!
So now Rezo's got this spot.
And Rezo's just picking up kills here. I mean, he's looking for MP. MidOne, meanwhile, has managed to take down a second as he finds Saksa, but indeed, the base in shambles here for Secret. They've got a bit of change done there with the Fisher. KheZu coming in with the Echo Slam. It's not enough though. Rezo just goes back to hitting the building. MP jumping forward, but Rezo's done it. He cleans out the top racks here. As Secret up against the world now, MidOne goes forward, starts to force back Planet Odd. As expected, this Resolution anti-mage is so slippery despite the way that Secret have built themselves for this stage of the game.
Yep.
And the damage really has been done. Mega creeps up and against Secret.
Concern that we had, just like the catch for this anti-mage. Rezo, it's a last pick anti-mage by Rezo. He's 630 last hits, 8-0 and 8. It's 46 minutes. He's doing so much for his team this game, but also just the support from his team. Like right there, Saksa gives his life away to just stop the TP from the Terrorblade earlier. Before the 4-step plays is just little small things from Planet Odd really enabling Rezo to that stellar carry this.
Really nice stuff for this game. From we saw in the early, well, I'd say from the early game, he did start off with giving his life up twice, but certainly has redeemed himself with some fantastic plays. Shadow Shaman.
What's up? It looks like they're trying to go for off before they. That Roche.
Waiting to see that rapier pick up. As indeed after get pressure straight out, right? He's had to have a bit of time to get back up there, but he's certainly doing a great job at it. 5k in the bank.
Yeah.
But as expected, no contest from Secret around the Roche pit. They're in. Grabbed themselves the Aegis and the cheese.
Way too hard for them to like force their lanes out to try to go for that. I mean, that for Roche is an absolute impossible contestation, but just in general, throughout the majority of this game, it's keeping those lanes pushed out. They have the familiar, they have illusions and rockets and stuff like that, but they don't have like fast waves that's really been hurting them. It's making them get picked off in places. Just Planet Odds just had a lot more information on the map than Secret, not just from Lawrence.
What's actually come out on MP? This stage the game after. So again, it's not pretty looking at the safe lane about.
No, definitely not. I mean, you look at his net worth below the Visage, before it, below Doom, fourth from the bottom. Definitely suffered really hard this game. 1 in 8. They were making
6k.
They were making a lot of those rotations though, right? YapzOr was running around making the plays. Puppey was trying to get his levels and pull that, and then they gave him the mid lane. So MP was left alone for that Bat Rider dual lane coming out. So he did get punished quite heavily.
Cap trying for the hook shot. I mean, can Secret play their way out of this? A 24k gold deficit up against Mega Creeps and an incredibly scary resolution. I mean, if they can, this is going to be absolutely insane.
I would be extremely impressed, but I think their chances are extremely minimal because they're playing versus a Doom and a Bat Rider who has a refresher, so he's got the double lasso. They have so many ways to catch heroes and ways to disable them to actually be able to fight properly. And then Planet Odd also has dual core that scales pretty damn well. Because Weeha is I mean, he still has a lot of items he can get. He's getting his MKB next. He can finish up the MoonMeander. He can upgrade the Force Staff as well. He's still got potential to become a lot scarier.
Pressure here to Secret now. Odd has certainly slowed down a little bit. We're seeing ReZo now starting to indicate that it's to come back in with the team on this top lane. See if they jump forward upon playing it ground. Blink animation there, trying to keep Secret on their toes. Misery. Chased down by MidOne, but be careful how close he commits. Lotus Orb just in time to send the Shackle flying straight back, but there's the lasso. Grabs Puppey, he's got the first few minutes on the back. KheZu coming in with a 2-man Echo Slam. Wants his wee heart to back up. Misery does get the Doom out onto MP, eats the cheese, but MidOne with the damage and the Metamorphosis is chasing Misery down and out of the base. YapzOr gets himself back to safety up to the high ground. Resolution will follow, jumps up, takes down the Clockwork. KheZu's there with the Enchant Totem, trying to lock down ReZo. Not enough for him, but MidOne down the mid lane did manage to take 2. Gets the Saksa Shaman, gets the Moon Batrider. 2 down. Planet Odd are sent back, and Secret will maintain their hold on their base.
Resources seem to be completely split in that one. We even see Moon right now. He's pinging where he died, and he's pinging more to the left, and his team was more on the right. So I think maybe there was just like some miscommunication between them there, because there's like a engagement happening on the right while ReZo jumps left with MoonMeander. So maybe just not on the same page there for that engagement, but Secret benefits a bit from that, catching Planet Odd off guard, reacting to the fight.
I see that courier heading out. Oh, it was just on PR. I was hoping he
wanted
where the Secret shot. He's nearly got 10k in his bank, MidOne.
Right, might as well, right? Get rid of the mask, go for that, unless he wants to go for Satanic, really be survivable.
We are seeing the mask still do a lot at this stage of the game. It's really allowing him to close the gaps along with the Flutter. And having that self-sustain with the Leicester, it's not bad at all. That chase down TB does need.
Gotta replace it. Gotta replace something though. Alright, he's queued up now, the Hurricane.
No Rapier today. That extra bit of but I guess the question is, what does it swap out? Imagine the Mask Commander.
That would, yeah.
Still the item out for all of those.
Everything else is just too big of an item to get rid of. They're all like 5k gold up plus items.
Top again, Secret. Planet Odd off from really fully committing to a push.
ReZo buys a full BKB. He's had Moon Sharding for a while, so yeah, he's been at critical mass. Weehot did finish that MKB, although almost 5-2.
Oh, is he doing it? Oh, he's doing it! He's picked up the Rapier, MidOne.
Nice. Yeah.
No Hurricane Pike today, and now down bottom, straight into the fight. MidOne comes in. Misery ripped to pieces in a matter of milliseconds. Now, the Divine Rapier 10k Terrorblade. Can it be enough to bring Secret back from this game where they're 20k behind? Mega creeps up against them, 51 minutes in.
It's tough. Really tough. Aegis is going to be getting reclaimed soon, in a couple seconds or so.
Fight the game. Dream League LAN Finals. I mean, it already is.
If he came back with a Rapier, you're like, are you kidding? That'd be so absurd versus Mega Creeps first game. So now he's switched the Manta out, and he is put the Hurricane Pike in. So he's got Manta, Mask of Madness, and Refresher inside of his backpack. Swap in and out.
YapzOr slowly trying to make his way towards the Aghanims on the clock. MP's MP, any Doctrine, no, still quite a way off on the Abaddon. I mean, I guess at this point it's quite hard to contest the way that MidOne's pushing out the lane. MidOne's taking so much from him.
He has to. He has
absolutely.
to farm as much as
it's
possible.
all on MidOne's Terrorblade to carry them at this stage.
Like Puppey's trying to push the lanes up, but yeah, Visage, he can maybe get a Maelstrom and try to go for that too. Like Puppey to try to just keep pushing it out, so it's not just MidOne pushing stuff up. MidOne can get caught if he stays out here. Here we go. He's going.
The lasso's there. Oh no, MidOne getting taken down. The refresh there, and he's gone. He does not have buyback. The Rapier's on the deck. I think it did move. No, okay, they gave it to ReZo. ReZo's got the Rapier. And with no Terrorblade for 90 seconds, that may be the deal sealed for Secret. As Planet Odd come in, they'll drop down the Doom. KheZu coming in with a 2-man Echo to hold back the two of them. Saksa will get taken down, but they've lost YapzOr, they've lost Puppey, they've lost KheZu. GG is called, and Planet Odd take game 1 against Team Secret.
Yeah, wow. Pretty damn well played by them. Overall, just they space made for Rezo really hard. They claimed those really early 3 tier 1s. I thought that was super important to their game plan. They got the early access into the enemy jungle. Rezo gets like a 12-minute Battle Fury, 12-minute level 12, 20-minute Battle Fury with treads. And after that,